Hi, Misha here, and you might have noticed two things. One, I haven't posted a video in a little while on this channel, and the last one was actually a Blackbox. Two, it's actually raining like hell outside. You know, the rain's not just coming down too bad, the wind's not bad, but the drops are huge. Luckily, it's well above freezing for once, so there's no immediate worry of ice, anything like that. So that's good. Unfortunately, not so good. The power went out again. This is how it happened last time. Actually, it was very clear. It was election day, if you recall. And, yeah, it went out about 4 a.m. Well, this time it went out about 2 a.m. But, yeah, it was through the heavy rain. Now, I don't know if the river has flooded this time. I don't think so. We haven't had that much rain. When it did it before, we had rain for days, and this is really the first rain we've had in a while, so I'm not sure. But whatever's going on there, they need to fix it. At any rate, since not much else to do inside, figured I'd do a video here. I was already kind of thinking about doing one earlier today, and then kind of didn't feel like it, and then this happened, so here we go. I can't wait to see just how loud this rain is. I can barely hear myself think. Being under a metal roof doesn't help it be quieter, but I still like the sound of metal roofs. No, I've been pretty active on YouTube on the main Mishaco channel, if you've noticed, so it's not that I haven't been doing that. And I actually had really planned when I got out here to the cabin again. I just got out yesterday. You know, it felt like I was gone a long time because of the deep cold we had here. I was low-key worried that pipes had burst or something had gone wrong, but it seems like the water weathered the weather okay. But I guess we'll find out. But everything seems alright. I've been here a day and a half by now. Haven't noticed anything weird. Anyway, my plan was to keep on with the International Space Station videos, and I had some new things ordered, which were due in by the post office Thursday, and then Monday. And then I was even there past the mail running Tuesday, and they still weren't here, and I had to leave. So that sucks. That was the video I was kind of looking forward to doing, and I can't do it. I thought it'd be a great time and a place to put together a model, lay it all out, get my glue on, and then talk about it in a video. But I guess now that'll have to wait till the next cabin trip. Oh well, such is life. The post office has been a clusterfuck ever since before Christmas. I mean, I've seen them slow before, but we have stuff that should have been there in 2 to 3 days, taking a month. And it's not like, oh, that one package got lost. No. It was, yeah, everything is taking this long. They're just extremely backed up. First it was the holiday, and then it was the crazy winter weather. So those weren't their fault. What is their fault is that they're not really allowing extra employees or overtime for existing employees. So, you know, they simply cannot do the amount of work required in the time allotted. So it's not even the employee's fault, per se. It's typical management. Bean counters. And for someone who relies on shipping to make a living, you know, when people don't get their packages, they don't go yelling at the post office. No, they go to the sender. And I get it, but at the same time, you know, once we hand off a package to the post office, FedEx, UPS, it's literally out of our hands. There's nothing more we can do, and trust me, we're every bit as frustrated as you are, because we want what we ship to get there and get there safely, and we want a customer to be happy. That way we can just say, well, that's done and dusted, the sale is complete, all's well, moving on to the new thing. Because until the customer gets a product and is happy with it, you cannot be 100% sure that sale is complete. Therefore, you can't really go spending that money, you know, reinvesting it, what have you. So that's been a delight. Obviously, last week was SHOT Show in the gun world. I'm not going to say much about it here because that'll be a Mishaco channel video. Fox was actually going to come out last night and we were going to do a live stream about it, but between the weather and it just being kind of a long day, we both just said, you know, we're not really feeling it. So we might revisit it either as a live or just a recorded video when he makes it out here next. Hopefully today or tomorrow he'll be here. Again, if the weather slackens off. It's supposed to quit raining by noon, 2 o'clock today, rather. But, yeah. But that was happening in the gun world. But otherwise, it's just me and Miss Peanut out here at the cabin, and since can't really do the model review, and since haven't really been able to shoot any guns to review them yet, kind of just chilling out today. At least we were until the power cut out. It's kind of hard to like Netflix and chill when Netflix no worko. Well, actually, it does kind of worko. Before I came out this time, I bought a small battery backup. It's the only one they had at Lowe's where we were at. It's not a real big, high-end, expensive one. On the other hand, I only really needed it to power the router. And I left it in the box when I got here yesterday. But tonight around 10, 11 o'clock, I thought, you know, I should unbox that just in case the power goes out. So I did, plugged it in, got it set up, got it charging. And then, yeah, sure enough, about 2.5 hours later, the power went out. So I plugged the router into it, and it did power the router. I got online, emailed my wife saying, hey, the power went out. That's what's up. I don't know how much of a charge the battery is able to get. I mean, if I'm lucky, since it's not a really, really big one, maybe it was able to fully charge in a couple hours. But I'm not banking on it. So after I did a couple of things I needed to do, like post today's Mishaco video. Well, it was already posted, just, you know, publish it, email my wife, and then I just turned it off again to conserve the battery, just in case I need it in the morning, you know, if power is still out. That way I can email someone and ask them to come out here and get me. The good news is, I'd already showered, already had dinner, and I had just fed Miss Peanut her dinner when the power went out. So pretty much had just taken care of everything. It was winding down the day. So at least there's that. The timing was alright. Still annoying though. When money allows, I do plan to put a generator in out here. It's quite clear to me that is something that just needs doing. But I just don't have the coin at the moment. After building the cabin, furnishing it, holidays, I just don't. So that'll have to wait for at least a few more months. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe I'll get one more battery backup, the cheap one, and that way I can swap them out if needed for the router. Everything else, that's alright. I mean, the refrigerator, it's a big fridge. I keep it relatively cool. It'll keep its temperature for an easy 24 hours if I'm not opening it and closing it. And there's nothing I need to get out of it right now, so that's okay. But yeah, it's been a winter out here and back in home. I mean, we had some pretty good snows. The lows got to about 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, about 15 or so below centigrade. I know there are colder places on Earth, but I think by anyone's standard, when you get into the single digits, that's cold. Again, it luckily did warm up now, otherwise my cabin would be getting rather frosty. But, yeah. The funny thing is, there haven't been high winds or anything. The only thing that's happened is it's just rained. And rain shouldn't knock your power out. Just rain, you'd think. But I guess I thunk wrong, don't you guess? Oh, what else? Yeah, I mean, on the hobby world, I haven't really had much to report. Still waiting on those Hobby Master Mirage 3s. That'll be neat whenever they finally make it. They're only almost a year late now, you know, so hey. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything. I just don't think I'm much in a buying mood, if that makes sense. I look at stuff online and I'm just like, meh. I'm not feeling it. And if I don't feel something, I don't just buy for the sake of buying. There were a couple of things at SHOT Show that piqued my interest. Again, I'll talk about those in the main Mishaco channel video. The problem there is, though, will they actually come to fruition? Will they actually hit the market? That's the question. So I'm not getting my hopes super up. Let's see. Yeah. What about politics? Nope, nothing going on there. Everyone's happy. Everything's peaceful. Heh. All I'll say is, I think in some ways, Donald Trump is one of the most honest politicians we've ever had. What he's doing now is what he said he would do if elected president. So, it comes down to if you were for that or against that. But I will say that he ran on a platform and he's doing what he said. So, I am in absolutely no way surprised. And you can't help but applaud his tenacity and determination. He's going for it. Where this ends, I have no idea. I've talked to people that think the sky is falling, and I've talked to other people that think it's the greatest thing ever, so meh, again, it is what it is. It seems to be the course that the majority of America wanted to go down, so I do believe if a person runs for on a certain platform and promises to do something, they should at the very least do their best, give their best effort to fulfill their campaign promises, and that's what he's doing. So I can't say anything bad about that. I also think Brandon Hera just put out a video where he was shooting a Cybertruck. That's a thing that happened. Oh, I actually got to, quote-unquote, see a Cybertruck last week. There was one in a parking lot at a restaurant we were eating at. That is also a thing that exists. And it has a frunk. Frunks are weird. But you know what? I'll give it credit. It's innovative. Yeah. But you know what? If you gave me a choice between that and a Dragon capsule, yeah, I'm taking the Dragon capsule. I think I'd rather have that. But, you know, the fuck I know. I can't drive. I probably could pilot a spaceship better than I could drive a vehicle. Anywho, this is probably going to be a relatively short cabin trip. I'll probably only be here about a week this time. And the only reason I came down is because the opportunity popped up. Someone was already going to be nearby my house that lives out here, so it was easy enough to hitch a ride. Again, I really was wanting to inspect my pipes, maybe get some videos done, relax a bit. I do hope the power comes back pretty soon so I can kind of get on course making videos. Hope the rain kind of gets out of here today sometime so we can do some shooting. But plan on heading back early next week, and then probably be back in about a week, 2 weeks after that. I need to be in town on the 14th, not because it's Valentine's Day, but actually I have an appointment. And then we'll probably leave town again on the 15th or so. My wife isn't real big into holidays like Valentine's Day, so we'll probably just come out here and chill and do our thing. It works for us. I get that a lot of folks have different ways of doing things, but we're weird and different, and it's, again, what works for us. All the cats are still good. Peanut was happy to get back to the cabin. She loves it out here. Earl is... Actually, Earl, because he's a bit... Earl was always MAGA. I don't know if you knew that, but Earl was MAGA. So, he actually moved to D.C. and is living in the White House now. So, that's the thing that happened. Yes, we like giving little backstories to our cats. It keeps us amused. But, yep, can't complain much. We still have February to go, which is often a pretty icy month here in the mountains. But after that, I think we're all about ready for some longer days and warmer weather, because we've had a real winter this year. It already started getting cold by November. And while we've had a few warm days, not that many. In fact, we had a great deal of snow a couple of weeks back. But trying to think if there's anything else much new to report. Yeah, I'm mostly just bummed out that that package didn't make it. I was really looking forward to putting it together and doing a video for you guys, or maybe even a couple. But this is the perfect place to do that. I can lay out all my glues and stuff and not be in anyone's way, have as much room to spread out as I want, and, you know, just get after it. So I'll have to do that next go round. Oh, what else? What else? Honestly, I think that's kind of it. I don't know. After the holidays and everything, I'm tired. Not in a bad way, but just nothing really excited about now. Again, not depressed, not in a bad mood, just kind of a little bit lethargic and content, but nothing really tripping my trigger at the moment. So, take some time to rest up out here for a couple more days, and then hopefully get out again towards the end of February, and be coming up on the anniversary of the first night out here at the cabin. That was on the April 7, because remember, we came out for the eclipse day. That was the first night I spent. So just over 10 months ago. It's changed a bit. But that's good. Glad we did it last year. I don't know if I would have been able to do it this year with the kind of business where it's at. I don't know how good the firearms business is going to be this year with the economy the way it is, and I don't know when the economy will bounce back and how much people are going to be wanting to spend on firearms with the cost of ammunition right now. So yeah, I'm glad I built the cabin when I could, 2023, 2024. I really wish I'd got to start a little bit earlier. 2022 would have been perfect, but I just didn't have a builder that I could deal with back then. I mean, I had a builder, but he didn't work out. Then I had another builder at the middle of 2023, and he didn't work out. So I'm not going to complain. At least it worked out eventually, and on time. But frankly, just barely. Much later, and it would have been a different story, I betcha. But no, all's good. Hope everyone else is too. You know, just kind of circling back on politics to end. Look, if you're a Trump supporter and you like what he's doing, okay, fair play. I mean, it's what he said he was going to do. You should be happy that the politician you elected is doing what he said he would do. If you are not happy with what's going on, either you oppose Trump or you voted for him but aren't happy with what he's doing, frankly, take a step back and relax. What happens in DC is out of your control. And, you know, oftentimes in life, our biggest dreams and deepest fears do not come true. And if it really does worry you, the best thing you can do is take that worry and turn it into something productive, like, you know, valuing friends, family, loved ones, really analyzing what's important to you in your life. Don't take anything for granted. Because even if you have the best president in the world, you know, life is short and fleeting, and then it's over. So, you know, don't waste time doom scrolling. Just spend time with those that matter. And one way or the other, be it the easy way or the hard way, the world has a way of sorting itself out. And frankly, there's nothing we can do about it, guys. I hate to be that way. I'm a very proactive person. I'm a very active participant in my life and like making decisions myself. I learned a long time ago things went better when I made my own decisions as opposed to letting others make them for me or going with other people's advice because they don't know my life. But those are decisions I can make. The second half of that is when it's something truly out of your control, truly out of your hands, you have to find a way to make peace with it. Because worrying about it, getting upset about it, getting frustrated about it, far from being useful and productive, is actually counterproductive. It puts you in a bad mood. It maybe wrecks your health. It maybe harms your relationships with your people around you. It's just not good. So there's nothing to gain on that avenue. So yeah, that's my message. It is what it is. A lot of Republicans were distraught when Obama got elected in 2008, came in 2009. And now the shoe's on the other foot. Such is life. So, that's my message. Relax, take stock of what matters. Integrate with your community more. Yeah. Try to be a positive force where you can for those around you. you know, try. I know it's easier said than done, guys. I do. But sometimes it is good, no matter which side you're on, to unplug from the quote-unquote news. It really is. That whole system is a racket, frankly. It's all about dollars, advertising, clicks and views and time on a website. So everything becomes more and more sensationalized. And it becomes less and less about just trying to be honest with citizens. And that's the real crime in all of this. Anywho, still a-raining. But again, it's not too cold. Wind's not bad. And we haven't been inundated with rain like we were last time. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But I'm going to go in and check on Miss Peanut now. She's been laying on me most of the evening. Went out today and ate lunch with one family member. And then visited with another for his birthday in the afternoon. And he left out about 5 o'clock. And it's just been us kicking it here ever since. Yep. But yeah, we'll keep posting videos on Mishaco. I've been trying to put a lot of effort into that. And as soon as I can, I'm going to get back on the whole International Space Station thing. That's just kind of where my interest is right now. That'll definitely be a multi-part series. And I think with the the end of the space station coming in the next few years, there might be a resurgence in interest in it. Because it's definitely one of the most extraordinary projects of our modern civilization. To my mind, it's our equivalent of the pyramids. It's a monumental thing, especially because of all the cooperation, US, Russia, Europe, Japan, Canada, and many others. The only kind of sad part is how China was directly forbidden by the US government from participating. Now, there were reasons for that, I know, but that obviously gave China the Tiangong station itself and China's space program, and frankly, it's looking like there's a new space race brewing, and that could be very interesting to play out over time. We'll have to find out. I'll say this, you can say what you will about Communist China. They're intelligent, they're driven, and they should never be underestimated. What they've done in space in the last 2 to 3 decades is extraordinary. From putting their first taikonaut in space, to spacewalks, to now on their 3rd space station, and now they're planning on a lunar mission. Amazing. And I can say that, even if you might want to consider them the adversary, but that should tell America to get off its butt, quit being lackadaisical, get back to it. I mean, Dragon is a good effort. Boeing, Starliner, less so. But Russia's not without blame too. They've been leaning on Soyuz for over 50 years now. So I guess, yeah, 60 years coming up real soon. Yeah, the newer Soyuz are updated, but it's still basically Soyuz. The rocket and everything is the same. The payload hasn't increased that much. Yeah, that's eventually going to run out for Russia too. Especially as their international situation deteriorates further. So they too need to modernize their space program. And China should tell both those superpowers what's up. I mean, I would love to see an actual joint mission with US, China, Russia, Europe go to Mars. I know that's kind of very utopian Star Trek of me, but hey, I'm allowed to have my dreams. So that's why something like the space station interests me so much. But with that, this is Misha, and Peanut and I will catch you very soon next time.